when the parent intervenes, when the teacher intervenes, see, the output and the result will be drastically high and it is very fabulous. Generally, learning is a very boring business for the students. When we understand certain psychological factors, learning can be made it very interesting, and we can have the jubilant experience of drinking the pal payasam, Learning is nothing but internalization of knowledge. See, in order to happen learning, we have to undergo certain step-by-step procedures. The first requirement is we need to have concentration and focus. So the million-dollar question is, how can we insist concentration and focus in the children? For that, interest is required. So the next question is how the interest can be initiated. So in order to initiate interest, the fundamental requirement is me factor is required to be addressed. What is me factor? That is a psychological finding. Me factor is what sort of enjoyment do I get? What sort of engagement, what sort of promotion, what sort of recognition, what sort of rewarding, what sort of celebration, what sort of jubilant mood do I get? These all determines the me factor. I will explain this through a very simple example. Suppose you have attended a marriage function or a birthday party. Lots of snapshots, of course, have been taken. The very next day, you are given an album of photos. What will you do? You have turned the first page, in which you find a big photograph of many people, but you are not found. What will happen? You will just have a glance at everyone's face and you will skip to the next page. In the next page, your photo is seen. Of course, then you will scan from top to bottom of your image. You will be keenly observing to the facial expression, to the dress code, to the body language, and many other things you will analyze in a very short while of time. And also you will have a random glance at every others. You will flip to the next page. So you are turning many pages, but wherever your image is found, there you will spend some time. So here this is what, when your photo is there, the me factor is very well addressed. Because you are there. You are promoted. You are seen. You are recognized. So many things are there. Me factor is addressed. What is happening? We have interest. When interest is there, we have focus and concentration. When we have concentration and focus, learning is happening. Because we analyze many factors, we are internalizing, imbibing many things with regards to that image of ours. So here, how can we explore this psychological factor in the student's learning process? There we have to tactfully explore this component. For that, the student should undergo a process of three-dimensional goal setting. What is a three-dimensional goal setting? See, every child should be given opportunity to make affirmation, to make a resolution, to set concrete goals. First goal is for a career. Even a third standard child can be assigned for a dream career according to his or her aptitude and interest. The career goal should be followed by setting academic attainment goals. In all subjects, certain score can be targeted for every exam, maybe a periodic test or the terminal examination or annual examination. For any exam, some kind of expectations, some kind of targets can be fixed in the prescribed template. In our school, the template is embedded in the school diary. Other students can be given a template, purpose-built template, in which there must be provision for setting the career goal, setting the academic attainment goal for each exam, and also there must be personal development goals being set. How the me factor is initiated here? I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be an engineer. I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to be a social worker. So many ambitions are there. Career goal is there. So in order to attain that career goal, certain academic attainments must be maintained throughout without fail. So students are charged, students are engaged, they have something there inside. Some dream project is there. So what me factor is there? When I study, when I maintain good score, also the parent can offer some rewards. Here the academic goals are set, and once the goals are set and once they write the test, what is their real attainment? So real attainment versus what goals are being set should be compared. If they go hand in hand, they must be rewarded. You can give some 10 dirhams, some 20 dirhams, small amount of money that will enrich their money bank or money box. Or you can even offer some material gifts. So anyway, throughout their studies, at different occasions, we can offer small rewards. That is a recognition. That is a kind of a dopamine-driven experience for the child. So the me factor will be very well addressed over there. When the parents support their children in studies, the parents have to understand very important factor. That is, what is the biology of memory? See, in 2000, Eric Kandel, a globally renowned scientist, was given Nobel Prize for the discovery of biology of memory. When we are fed with a new piece of information, for example, Naperville is a district in United States. Naperville is a new word for all of us. It's a new piece of information. See, when this information is being fed to our brain, all of a sudden in the brain, a frame will be formed with the neurons. And this new information, this Naperville, will be immediately transformed to an electric signal. The signal is framed by a neurocircuit. That is the memory. But after some time, what happens? Neurocircuit will be weakened and it gradually fades away. Along with that, electric signal also will fade away. So the memory is being lost forever. This is the RAM, random access memory. See, how can we make this to a prolonged memory, a long-term memory, long-lasting memory? For that, we have to repeatedly say Naperville, Naperville, Naperville. If I repeatedly say Naperville many times, this neurocircuit will be empowered, reinforced, strengthened, and also the signal inside will be staying for long term. So this is how short-term memory is being transformed to long-term memory. So repetition is a very important thing. Revision is a very important thing in order to have long-lasting memory. In another method of empowering the neurocircuit is to have emotional flavor, emotional attachment. That is what the stories do. If a speech is so vibrant, so dynamic, so passionate, initiating kind of tempo, what's happening? Then the memory will be long-lasting because the neurocircuit will be more empowered, strengthened, reinforced. So attachment of emotional flavor is very important. So anything that you study, transform or modify into a story. Another method that can be explored to have long-lasting memories, making abbreviations, acronyms. For example, we know there are many elements in the periodic table. And the very first few, H, Haley, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium and boron. So like that, all the 100 plus elements can be recollected through some kind of abbreviations, right? The students have to study from the textbook. When they read the textual content of a chapter, they must be given at least 3 highlighters of different colors. See, one highlighter is for while read, they will highlight when any definition is found in the text. If a new word they come across, they can highlight it with another colored highlight. When any paragraph is found or any sentence is found that they are not able to make out, they are not able to understand, a third color can be used to highlight it. So once the complete text reading is over, they have to revisit whatever is highlighted. Important points like definitions and all, they have to study. After imbibing the idea, after internalizing the idea, they have to study by heart. Repeated exercising is one of the ways to have the long-lasting memory that we have already identified. So this method can be explored. When some highlighters are given, children want to highlight something. So they are looking for where is an unfamiliar word, where is a tough sentence, where is the definition. So like they are pursuing something having me factor in it. Interest is there, focus is there, concentration is there, learning is happening, you see. The parents can give some model question papers also because the questions and answers keys all can be prepared with the help of ChatGPT or any other chatbots so that when the students are given model exams just before a few days of the exam, the real exam, definitely it will help them to score nicely well in their examinations. Okay, so I hope that the parents can intervene in the studies of the children in many ways, whether it is small children or secondary or higher secondary students. Responses to intervention, when the parent intervene, when the teacher intervene, see, the output and the result will be drastically high, and it is very fabulous. So this factor also we have to understand. May God bless you. Thank you very much.